there's one. Hi. Ooh, that one's part way. See how it's starting to get little legs? That one's, I like when they start to get their little eyeballs. Okay, like that one. Oh, come back. That one. Kind of looks like a happy little shrimp. I don't know. One's wiggling, that means he's probably working on it too. The wigglers all usually have the little legs starting, so it means they're much closer to becoming beetles. Which look like that. And then whoever's the lightest color and looks most like a Pokemon still, not green. They're never green, they're always golden. Whoever looks the closest to being pale still means they're younger and it'll take a few days to turn into beetles. And these are just normal mealworms. People like to feed them to their reptiles. I don't have any reptiles. I just like to do this for fun. I'd like a reptile someday, but oh, I missed some adults yesterday during my clean out. But what's fun is looking for the Kakunas, because we're calling them that because that's the Pokemon name. I'm gonna have to rescue those probably newly couple weeks old at the least, and that happens when I don't catch these guys in time. These ones are normal age and size. Some people like to feed that part to their bugs. And then I'd like to do a couple of videos, because when I actually start talking about it, I feel like I know more than when I just ask myself in my head if I know anything. Because in my head I'm like, oh, either everybody already knows this, or who would care about this? But I looked it up. I cared. Oh shit, now I have a beetle in my hand and nowhere to put him. Come back. Ah, it tickles though, but like not in a bad way. What is stinky in here? Anyways, this is where the cat litter lives. This is where the sometimes smelly buggies live. The drawer for grown-ups is behind my laundry. Oh, it tickles. Okay, I'm gonna have to get you in a minute. Oh, I haven't desensitized to being tickled that much. My left arm is particularly sensitive to stuff like that, so I guess I should do that more often. You shouldn't be up that high. Did I give you too much of an escape route? There you go. Okay, now the grown-ups are very good at hiding. We'll call them grown-ups, but this is the adult stage of the darkling beetle. If I remember, Tenebrio molitor? Yeah, I think that's this one. And then there's a couple of funner, cooler looking ones. They need some fresh, like, cornmeal, or I don't even remember what fruit that was that I gave them. It might be a little potato or something. They need some fresh food. They're running around like this because it's nice and warm in here, which means they'll also lay a lot of eggs and they'll be really happy being warm. So that brownish one is still a bit newer. Oh, where'd it go? Anybody who's kind of a lighter brown is probably not even more than a week old, maybe. Some of them are born with like weirdness, like his wing covers didn't form all the way. But I don't know that he can't make healthy babies, he or she. So unless it dies before it's of mating age in a month or two, then I'll just scoop him out with the other dead ones, you know. They really like the cardboard. They really like the cardboard. It should have a lot of little baby eggs on it, but usually once I switch them over to the next stage, they, by the time I switch them over, they don't really, I can't tell if the eggs have stuck to the cardboard by then because they're so small. Maybe I should get, yeah, there's a couple adults in every single one. Somehow I always miss one, or the guys on top maybe have been jumping out, which, here's the setup. I used to have a fish tank right here. I'll show you the fish tank later. It's not fish, and it's not a tank. I've been wanting to share this for a long time. This is really cool. So anyways, we'll rescue you later. He probably has more food in there than the other guys, but what I want to show you about this one is I am growing babies in here, so they do need something moist to keep them alive and stuff. But if you can see how very small some of those are. Nasty fingers for scale. So I don't know, I thought about feeding one of these super tiny ones, like to the betta fish or something. Oh, this is a pretty fresh, and he's got a messed up wing, but like that one's pretty pale. That means I think he just turned recently. But yeah, he's got a fucked up wing, so we'll see if he makes it. And then the funnest one is down here, except for, well, it's usually the funnest one. This is where I usually find the most kakunas, and right now it's just kind of my medium size. They'll fatten up a bit more if I give them like some potatoes and stuff. And I use rice flour or cornmeal almost exclusively with oatmeal. This was a 40-pound bag of oatmeal that we got for free at a free warehouse down the street from us. I'll make a video about that someday too, like soon, because people need that shit. But yeah, the oatmeal, they don't really eat it, but it makes it really good bedding, and I swear to God, you can't find them. That's why they like to live in this kind of stuff. If you look at these babies, kakunas, this is the second stage, right? So they're worms first, but if you kind of look at one of these guys right next to the oats, you almost can't find, okay, that's a dead one. You almost can't find them sometimes, except for they're a little shiny if they're healthy. So the oats maybe need to be blended or something. But I did have some big adults in here. Maybe that's why I've got so many kakunas right now. I don't mean adults, sorry. I have some larger mealworms. And then these guys turn into these guys. Turn into, come here, these guys. And people with chickens. The chickens will eat, no, come back here. The chickens will eat all of the bits, dry, alive, dead, freeze-dried. Chickens aren't picky, but some people's pets are. I'm not good at videotaping yet. I gotta work on that. But the trick is, and this is gonna sound really funny, these mealworms are gluten-free. That's the point of them. I'm hoping I can sell them to some family or kid that has an allergy or celiac disease like I have. So I have to raise them gluten-free. A lot of people recommend like wheat germ. I used to put that on my cereal when I was a kid because my parents are from the 1900s. We used to put wheat germ on our cereal to get more fiber, which is fine. I just can't eat wheat now. Some people feed them pet food, but I'd like these guys to eventually be safe for human consumption if somebody weird enough wants to try them. I also thought it would be fun someday to just sell them to people trying to get over fears. They make a really funny noise if I ever record what their little feet sound like. How does there so many of you? Anyways, if I ever record what their little feet sound like, it sounds like rain. It's literally not creepy. That's a hard thing to say. Anyways, this is in my laundry room. I live in here.